Have you ever stepped into your garden feeling both proud and frustrated? Proud of the vibrant leaves and blossoms, yet annoyed by the pests turning your hard work into a buffet? You're not alone. Every gardener eventually battles aphids, beetles, caterpillars, and mosquitoes that just won't quit. But what if your garden could protect itself? No chemicals, no traps, no constant spraying. That's where companion planting comes in. An ancient technique of growing plants side by side so they help each other thrive. Some boost growth, others attract pollinators, and a few act as natural defenders, releasing scents and oils that keep pests away. Today we'll explore 10 of the most powerful companion plants that instantly repel garden pests. These time-tested allies work quietly but effectively, forming an invisible shield around your veggies, flowers, and herbs, making your garden stronger, healthier, and more beautiful. 1. Marigolds, the guardian of the garden. If there's one plant every gardener should grow for natural protection, it's the marigold. With their bright blooms and strong scent, marigolds are more than just beautiful flowers. They're powerful pest repellents that protect your entire garden almost effortlessly. Their distinct aroma, though pleasant to us, is unbearable to many garden invaders. Marigolds release natural compounds, especially thiophenies, that repel aphids, whiteflies, thrips, and even nematodes, those microscopic worms that attack plant roots. When planted near vegetables like tomatoes, peppers, beans, or cabbage, they act like tiny underground guards, purifying the soil and keeping roots safe. But their protection doesn't stop there. The same scent that deters insects also drives away mosquitoes, rabbits, and deer, making marigolds a perfect border for garden beds or pathways. By surrounding your crops with them, you create a natural, chemical-free barrier that keeps pests at bay. At the same time, marigolds attract beneficial allies like ladybugs, hoverflies, and lacewings, which feast on aphids and other destructive bugs. This creates a natural balance. Pests go away while helpful insects flourish. Marigolds are also among the easiest flowers to grow. They love full sun, tolerate poor soil, and bloom tirelessly from spring to frost. French marigolds are compact and ideal for edging, while African marigolds grow taller with large, bold blooms that stand out in any garden. Many gardeners swear by the classic pairing of marigolds and tomatoes, which not only deters nematodes but also enhances tomato growth and yield. You can even grow marigolds in containers alongside herbs like basil or mint to repel mosquitoes around patios or balconies. In short, marigolds are bright, tough, and endlessly helpful. They don't just add color. They defend your garden, attract pollinators, and create a natural fortress of health and vitality. With marigolds by your side, your garden will thrive beautifully and peacefully all season long. 2. Petunias. If flowers had a personality, petunias would be the cheerful, hard-working guardians of the garden. Bright, beautiful, and always keeping troublemakers away. These vibrant blooms aren't just eye candy. Beneath their soft petals lies a secret weapon. Petunias are natural insect repellents that deter a surprising variety of pests, including aphids, tomato hornworms, leafhoppers, asparagus beetles, and squash bugs. It's no wonder some gardeners call them nature's own bug spray. Petunias release a subtle but complex fragrance that masks the scents many pest insects use to find their favorite plants. When grown near tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, and beans, they act as tiny floral bodyguards, discouraging insects from landing and feeding. They're also incredibly easy to grow. Petunias love full sun, well-drained soil, and regular deadheading. And in return, they bloom non-stop from spring until frost. Their cascading or upright forms fit perfectly in garden beds, containers, or even hanging baskets around your vegetable patch. And let's not forget, petunias add instant color to your garden borders. The sight of deep purple, pink, or white blooms dancing in the breeze not only brightens your yard, but also serves as a natural pest defense system that works quietly, beautifully, and reliably. 3. Calendula pot marigold. At first glance, calendula may look like just another bright, cheerful flower, but don't be fooled by its sunny orange and golden petals. This humble bloom is a true multitasker in the garden. Calendula's slightly sticky stems and leaves exude a resinous substance that insects can't stand. This natural secretion traps small pests and repels aphids, whiteflies, thrips, and even nematodes that attack plant roots. If you've ever lost, Crops to invisible soil-dwelling worms, planting calendula nearby can make a big difference. But the magic doesn't stop there. Calendula also attracts beneficial insects like ladybugs and hoverflies, both of which prey on destructive pests. It's a perfect example of nature's balance, repelling the bad, inviting the good. Another bonus, calendula is edible and medicinal. The petals can be used in teas or as a natural salve for skin irritation, so it's not only protecting your plants but also offering healing benefits for you. Grow calendula around tomatoes, asparagus, and carrots, and watch how your garden ecosystem transforms. It's hardy, self-seeding, and often one of the first plants to bloom and the last to fade. A bright, reliable defender through every growing season. 4. Borage, Borage officinalis. With its star-shaped blue flowers and fuzzy leaves, Borage looks like something out of a fairy tale meadow. But don't let its delicate appearance fool you. This herb is a powerful ally in pest control and soil health. Borage emits a mild cucumber-like scent that repels tomato hornworms, cabbage worms, and even certain beetles. Its dense, slightly prickly foliage also makes it difficult for crawling pests to maneuver, acting as a natural physical barrier around your crops. But perhaps its greatest gift lies in how it attracts pollinators. Bees love borage. In fact, it's sometimes called bee bread because of how much nectar it produces. By drawing in bees and other pollinators, borage helps increase fruit yield in nearby plants like strawberries, tomatoes, and zucchini. It's also an excellent soil enhancer. As it grows, borage sends down deep roots that mine minerals like potassium and calcium from the subsoil, bringing them closer to the surface where other plants can access them. When borage dies back, those nutrients return to the soil, enriching it naturally. This is one of those plant once and enjoy forever companions. It self-seeds easily, comes back each year, and fills your garden with vibrant blue stars and buzzing life. 5. Tansy, Tanacetum vulgare. If you're looking for something bold, a plant that practically announces, pests stay away, then tansy is your go-to. Tansy has been used for centuries as a natural insect repellent, thanks to its camphor-like aroma and high concentration of volatile oils. It's particularly effective against ants, flies, fleas, and mosquitoes, as well as cabbage worms and even Japanese beetles. In the garden, tansy's tall, fern-like foliage and bright yellow button flowers make it stand out visually. It looks almost like a wild daisy, but carries the attitude of a warrior. Many gardeners plant it along fences or at the back of vegetable beds to create a scented defense wall. However, a little caution is needed. Tansy can be invasive if left unchecked, and its leaves are toxic to pets and livestock if eaten in large amounts. The trick is to keep it trimmed and under control, and it'll reward you by keeping your garden almost completely pest-free. It's especially useful near cabbages, broccoli, and squash, where caterpillars and flies tend to invade. And when dried, tansy's flowers can even be used indoors to repel ants and moths naturally. A wonderful example of a plant that protects both home and garden. 6. Rue, Ruta graveolens. Rue is a plant with mystery, ancient, aromatic, and full of personality. For thousands of years, it's been valued not only for its striking blue-green foliage, but also for its ability to repel insects and even small animals. The scent of rue is strong, almost sharp. Some would call it medicinal, others slightly bitter, but pests can't stand it. It effectively keeps away flies, mosquitoes, and aphids, and even deters cats and dogs from digging in garden beds. It's one of the few plants that does double duty against both insects and curious pets. Rue thrives in poor, dry soil and full sun, making it ideal for tough spots where other plants struggle. Its finely divided leaves give it a unique, elegant texture, and when it blooms, small yellow flowers attract pollinators without inviting unwanted pests. However, rue must be handled with care. Its sap can cause mild skin irritation when combined with sunlight, so it's best to wear gloves while pruning or harvesting. Despite that, it remains one of the most effective and low-maintenance pest deterrents out there. Plant rue near roses, figs, or raspberries, and you'll notice fewer pests, especially aphids and beetles. It adds structure, mystery, and protection to your garden. A true guardian cloaked in silver green beauty. 7. Chives, the onion's secret weapon. At first glance, chives may seem like a simple, graceful herb, a modest clump of slender green stalks swaying gently in the breeze. But don't be fooled by their delicate appearance. These humble plants are silent warriors in the garden, armed with one of the most potent natural pest repellents in the plant kingdom, their unmistakable onion-like aroma. Closely related to onions and garlic, chives, Allium schoenoprasum, contains sulfur compounds that release a sharp scent pests absolutely despise. This powerful fragrance wards off a variety of insects, including aphids, Japanese beetles, carrot flies, and mites. For this reason, chives make excellent companions for roses, carrots, tomatoes, and even apple trees. Many gardeners swear that planting chives around roses helps prevent aphid infestations while also enhancing the rose's fragrance over time. It's a simple, natural way to strengthen your garden's defense line. Beyond their pest-fighting prowess, chives bring beauty and charm to any space. In late spring or early summer, they send up round clusters of purple-pink blossoms, which are not only eye-catching but also incredibly attractive to bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. These flowers add a splash of color and help support local ecosystems, ensuring your garden remains lively and balanced. Another reason to love chives is their resilience. They're perennial, meaning they come back year after year with very little care. Plant them once and they'll reward you for seasons to come. They thrive best in full sun and well-drained soil, but they're forgiving and can adapt to various conditions. A bit of trimming after flowering keeps them healthy and encourages fresh, tender growth. Perfect for both your garden and your kitchen. And yes, that's another secret benefit. Chives are delicious. Their mild, oniony flavor is perfect for seasoning eggs, soups, potatoes, and salads. When you plant chives, you're not just getting a pest deterrent. You're adding a versatile culinary herb to your homegrown pantry. To use them effectively in companion planting, scatter chives among your vegetable beds or along garden borders. Their fine texture contrasts beautifully with broad-leaved plants like lettuce or cabbage, and their scent helps cloak nearby crops from hungry insects. You can even let them self-seed and form a natural border that doubles as a fragrant barrier. In short, chives are small but mighty, the garden's subtle protectors. With their elegant looks, practical benefits, and perennial endurance, they're the kind of plant that quietly works behind the scenes, keeping pests at bay while making your garden thrive. 8. Catnip, nature's mosquito repellent. Catnip may be best known as a feline favorite, but in the garden, it's a force to be reckoned with. This member of the mint family, Nepeta cataria, produces a distinctive minty lemon aroma that drives insects wild. Literally. While cats adore the scent, many pests can't stand it. The secret lies in a compound called nepetalactone, the same chemical that makes cats roll around in bliss. Interestingly, this compound is more effective than DEET, the active ingredient in most commercial insect repellents, when it comes to repelling mosquitoes. Just brushing past catnip releases its natural oils into the air, forming an invisible barrier that mosquitoes, flies, and gnats avoid at all costs. But mosquitoes aren't the only ones on the run. Catnip also repels aphids, squash bugs, ant colonies, and flea beetles, making it a top companion for cucumbers, pumpkins, zucchini, and squash. Its presence confuses pests, keeping them from finding your vegetables in the first place. If you've ever struggled with squash bugs or flea beetles devouring your crops, planting catnip nearby can make a noticeable difference. Catnip grows vigorously and easily, and sometimes too easily. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, requiring little more than occasional trimming to keep it tidy. Because it's so hardy, it can be grown in the ground, raised beds, or containers. Many gardeners prefer pots or hanging baskets to prevent catnip from spreading too much or to protect it from curious cats who can't resist its charm. When catnip blooms in early to mid-summer, its soft lavender-white flowers attract beneficial pollinators like bees and butterflies, adding to its garden value. Even when not in bloom, its gray-green foliage provides a lovely contrast among brighter greens and flowers. And if you enjoy spending time outdoors in the evenings, catnip can make your patio or sitting area far more comfortable. Planting it in pots near doors, walkways, or outdoor seating naturally keeps mosquitoes and flies away. No sprays or candles required. Of course, if you share your garden with cats, expect them to visit your catnip patch frequently, Some cats will roll in it, chew it, or nap nearby. If you'd rather keep your catnip intact, simply grow a few extra pots. One for your feline friends and one for pest control. In essence, catnip is a garden double agent. Adored by cats, despised by insects. It's easy to grow, fragrant, and incredibly effective at keeping mosquitoes and other pests at bay. Whether you plant it to protect your vegetables, enjoy a bug-free outdoor space, or entertain your cats, catnip is a joyful, practical addition to any garden. 9. Oregano Origanum vulgare. If there were ever a plant that proves you don't have to be flashy to be powerful, it's oregano. Most of us know it as that aromatic spice sprinkled on pizza or mixed into Mediterranean sauces, but few realize that oregano is also a formidable pest repellent hiding in plain sight. Its secret lies in its strong essential oils, particularly carvacrol and thymol, compounds that pests absolutely despise. These oils release a pungent aroma that confuses and deters insects like aphids, spider mites, and even ants. And while bugs run for cover, beneficial pollinators like bees and butterflies still happily visit its small clusters of pinkish-purple flowers. One of oregano's best qualities is its low-maintenance nature. It thrives in full sun, tolerates poor soil, and once established, it's drought-resistant, meaning it basically takes care of itself. It also spreads gently, forming a living carpet that shades the ground, helping to keep weeds at bay and moisture locked in. If you plant oregano around tomatoes, peppers, or eggplants, you'll notice fewer pest problems and even better flavor development in your crops. A bonus many gardeners swear by. The scent seems to create a protective aroma barrier, while the plant's roots subtly improve the soil structure over time. And here's the best part. Even if you're not much of a gardener, oregano is incredibly forgiving. Trim it occasionally, let it bloom, and it will reward you year after year, both in the kitchen and in your pest-free garden. 10. Dill, the insect attractor and repeller. Dill might look delicate with its feathery leaves and slender stems, but this airy herb is one of the most dynamic allies you can have in a pest-resistant garden. It's a plant of dual nature, a graceful beauty that simultaneously attracts beneficial insects and repels destructive ones, making it an invaluable companion for both vegetables and flowers. Let's start with its pest-repelling powers. Dill emits a fresh, tangy scent that confuses and deters a range of harmful insects, including spider mites, cabbage loopers, and aphids. Its mere presence helps keep these hungry pests away from crops like cabbage, broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts, all plants that are frequent targets for caterpillars and moths. Gardeners often say that dill acts as a decoy or trap plant, luring pests away from your most vulnerable vegetables. At the same time, dill plays the opposite role for beneficial insects. It's a magnet for the good guys. When dill begins to flower, it becomes a buffet for ladybugs, lacewings, parasitic wasps, and hoverflies, natural predators that feast on the very pests you want to get rid of. Those tiny wasps, for instance, lay their eggs inside aphids and caterpillars, effectively controlling their populations without you lifting a finger. Hoverflies, which look like small bees, are among the most effective aphid hunters around, and they rely on flowering dill as a nectar source. Dill's airy yellow flower umbels are not only attractive to insects, but also beautiful to the human eye. They add a soft golden shimmer to the garden and create a natural cottage-like aesthetic that complements nearly any plant. In addition, the flowers provide essential nectar and pollen, supporting local pollinator populations and improving the overall health of your garden ecosystem. As a companion plant, dill works especially well with cabbage, lettuce, onions, and cucumbers. It also pairs nicely with asparagus and sweet corn, though it's best to keep dill away from carrots and tomatoes, since it can stunt their growth when planted too closely. If you're growing dill near tomatoes, give it some distance so both can thrive. In terms of growing conditions, dill is wonderfully low maintenance. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and once established, it doesn't need constant watering. Just be careful not to overwater. Too much moisture can cause root rot. Dill also self-seeds easily, meaning once you plant it, it often comes back year after year. Allowing a few plants to go to seed at the end of the season ensures a continuous cycle and provides you with plenty of seeds to use in the kitchen. Speaking of the kitchen, dill's benefits extend far beyond pest control. Its fragrant leaves and seeds are staples in cooking. Perfect for flavoring pickles, fish, soups, and salads. Fresh dill adds a burst of brightness to any dish, while dried dill seed lends a slightly spicier, earthy taste. When it comes to timing, let a portion of your dill plants bloom, while keeping others trimmed for culinary use. The flowering plants will attract the beneficial insects, while the pruned ones will keep producing tender leaves for harvest. It's the best of both worlds: protection for your garden and fresh herbs for your table. In short, dill is the ultimate multitasker. It repels the bad, attracts the good, beautifies your space, and flavors your food, all with minimal effort. Whether you're an experienced gardener or just starting out, this graceful herb deserves a permanent spot in your garden. Plant it once, let it do its work, and you'll quickly see why dill is one of nature's most balanced and beneficial companions.